Hi guys, my name is Renette. Welcome to Travel Crafter. So today's tutorial is on how to knit the double stockinette stitch. So it's Wednesday once again, so you know I'm doing my tutorials every Wednesday and another on a Saturday. So right now we will be doing this knit double stockinette headband, twisted headband. So I am using Peyton's classic wool. It's a worsted number 4 weight yarn, 100% pure new wool. The color is Heath Heather. It's number 77215. So I'm using a 4.5 millimeter needle, or it is 7 US and it is 16 inches. So right now I'm casting on 48 stitches. And for this pattern to work better, you should have an even number of stitches. So I am doing 48 stitches for my project. And the pattern is very simple. It's only a knit one and a purl-like stitches that works alternately, and it goes all throughout this project. So I am still casting on here. It takes time. And remember, you have to straighten out your yarns around the knitting needle, just how I am doing right now. Okay, make sure that your stitches, the yarns are straight, so you will not have like a Mobius or a twisted headband. Okay, so I am doing now like the first row after we cast on. So knit one and then bring over your yarn to the front as if to purl, but it's just sliding off that stitch. So knit one and then alternate it with a purl-like stitch. Bring forward the yarn and then just slide the yarn over your knitting needle. And if you did not subscribe yet, please remember to subscribe. Hit that button below and you will be able to get a first-hand notification of any new projects or any new videos coming out in this channel. So again, the pattern is just knit one and purl-like stitch that works on alternate rhythm, and then it goes all throughout this project. And just to let you know, just an FYI, if you use a bigger needle, your project will pretty much come out really fast. But the This yarn calls for a 4.5 knitting needle, so that's why I use this one. But it took me some time to finish up this project, but it really came out good. So I'm doing another row. You will really maybe fall asleep doing this because it's just like 2 stitches that you work back and forth in with your knitting needle. So it's kind of a boring project, but the outcome, the double stockinette stitch, I haven't tried this before, but working with the double stockinette stitch will really make your project so good, especially in this cold seasons yet. Like you can wear this headband kind of like as a turban, and you can also wear it as an ear warmer, and it really helps. Like it really gives you warmth when you wear it. And using this yarn also, since it is wool, it gives you an extra warmness when you make this kind of project. So again, knit 1 and then bring forward your yarn as if to purl on your second stitch. So it's just like 1 2 1 2. That's the rhythm really. And then for you not to forget, if you have to knit or to purl, you just have to usually I count. So like I know if it's an even number, I have to do the purl like stitch, and if it's an odd number, I have to knit. So that's how you remember which stitch you have to do. So going back and forth, going back and forth. And I would like to say congratulations to all the winners of my yarn giveaways. We are already up to number 3 giveaways. So thank you so much, guys, for continuing your support to this channel. And I hope you enjoy the tutorials that I put up. And for those of you who are asking when they will receive their yarns, I usually do a once a month kind of visit to the post office. So far I haven't mailed any of it yet. So, but I am going to the post office by next week. So by that time, I will be able to pack all your yarns that to the winners in the giveaways. So I'm sorry if it takes me long, but you will sure get it. It's building up now. Just takes time, especially at the first few rows. It will take you some time to build up. But it's fun to work with, and you don't really, it's kind of like a beginner's skill, and just learning how to knit and how to like do the purl, like it creates a really good stitch. And for those of you who did not subscribe yet, if you're watching and if you are on this channel, please continue to support my channel, and please hit the subscribe button if you can. Okay, so here I am showing you the trick, like when you will make mistakes, like if you forgot, if you either will knit or will purl. So I am showing you with another yarn here, this yellow yarn, on how to put or to add your lifeline, the thread lifeline, so as not to avoid making mistakes. So you just have to like get a piece of yarn, thread it through with your darning needle. So just how I am showing you here. This saves you from when you have any mistakes of like knitting instead of like purling. So if you did a mistake like all in one row, you can just untwist your yarns or like unravel your yarns and then go to the spot where you have your thread or where you have your lifeline. So I think this is what they call this kind of line, this kind of method, like adding a thread as a lifeline, so you don't have to go all the way from where you started, because sometimes it's hard to pick up missed stitches. So putting in a piece of yarn, preferably you have to put like a different color, just a small piece, like between, depending on your project. I think I did this just as a sample, and I used a different color of yarn just to show you what I mean by this, by putting in that thread and saving your work from saving you from going all the way back to like where you started, just to pick up like a missed stitch or 2-3 stitches, which will make your life so miserable. So here I'm still trying to build up the length of the yarn, or the length of this project that I'm doing. It's not a project, but it's just a sample, so you will better appreciate why sometimes, especially if you are a beginner, this thread, this lifeline thread, really saves you from like starting all over again. I think I did about 7 to 8 inches long for this sample that I'm doing. So just continue on doing, and then at some point we will unravel the yarn and go back to as far as where we put the thread or the lifeline. is still going. Okay, I think we have to build up some more. Don't worry about the thread or the lifeline. Once you thread it in, it won't fall apart. Okay, so now we're unraveling the yarn. Okay, wait until you get to the thread or the piece of yarn. And then you start picking up the yarns that are popping up. Okay. This now I'm doing is not the appropriate one. You have to insert your needle or your you have to insert the needle the opposite way, like where your working yarn is. Alright, this time, this is the right way, like where your working yarn is. Your needle should be facing that way. And then from here, you can pick up again as to how you should really do your project. Okay, so you start over again. You don't have to go all the way down from where you started, or like low, like lower than this this thread. So this will save you more time in doing your project. You should really give it a try if you don't yet know about this method. It will help you not to be miserable, like if you have to when you realize that you missed a stitch or you made the wrong stitch. It really helps. Give it a try, guys. Okay, so there you go, and then you can just pull the thread or the yarn. You can put as many threads as you go along, as you build up the length of your project or the width of your project. So you can add as many thread lines as you want. Okay, so that is about 6. And then now I will be showing you too how it really looks like with this in doing the double stockinette stitch. It's really kind of thick, and I guarantee you once you give it a try, you would also love this method of doubling your stitch. So I'm just trying to build up the length of my project here, or of my sample right here. So you better appreciate once we unravel the yarn. I'm showing you here the thickness of the yarn. Look at that. So right now Okay, so this time I'm unraveling the yarn, and look at that, you're doing a double-sided stockinette stitch. Okay, I am just doing this so you know how it looks like, and you will know how thick your project can turn out to be. Okay, so we're back with our twisted headband, the making of the twisted headband. So I'm just building up the length to my project. So I'm just doing it. I'm just fast forwarding the video. By now, I hope that you already are an expert with knit one and per like one stitches for this entire project. Okay, I'm showing you here my the finish length of my project is about 18 inches long and about approximately 5 to 6 inches in width. Okay, this is how much yarn still left on my skein, and now we are ready to cast off. Okay, I did the cast off pattern just how we needed. That's how I used also to cast off my my yarn. So knit one and then purl like again. It just comes out neater than the usual casting off method. It took me some time to finish off my casting off. This is the first that I tried using this kind of pattern to cast off. So it took me a while, but I'm just showing you also how you have to take time to cast off. So I'm showing you here. It really took me a while. Like I think I have the thread around the needle so tight. That one that I'm trying to grab should come forward and bind off that the first thread. But using this pattern makes the project more neat, and it helps keep the yarns or the thread really secured. And again, if you haven't subscribed yet, please do so. Hit that button and be notified of any new videos or anything happening on my channel. And if you haven't done so, please check out my Shopify online shop as well. And please, if you have the time, Please write your comments down below. That way I would know how I am doing, or what ideas you have that would make my channel better, and what other things you want to learn on how to knit, how to crochet. And sometimes I will also be putting out sewing tutorials also. I aim to do simple things, simple projects. I always go for simplicity, so that is how I'm trying to promote my crafts right here. And of course, the finger or hand crochet, I really enjoy them. So maybe next time I will be putting out some more of that method. So we are done casting off. Okay, again showing you how thick it is, because it's double-sided. Now I'm putting the yarn again to my darning needle to bind off that extra yarn, that extra needle. So you can just like go back and forth, and you can just slide it through the inside of this project, because it's double in thickness. You can just go in and out as what I am showing you here, and then hide your extra yarn right there. It won't even show. Okay, so how to twist it, I will show you how to twist it right now. So bring it to the middle, both sides to the middle, and then try to fold it in half, because we will be sandwiching this two to make it to give it the twisted look, as what I am doing here. So right there, and then you fold it in half and then sandwich them. So now you have like 4 layers of fabric, right? 4 layers, and then you sew from one end to the next, and make sure you catch all the 4 layers. So here I am using the back stitch. Okay, you go back and forth to give your ends the security, so they will not unravel. So go back and forth. Make sure you capture all the 4 layers of your fabric, of your yarn. Okay, so back stitching, it helps secure your yarn, it helps keep them together. Okay, and then make a loop before you end your back stitching, and then try to hide it in between those 4 layers there. And then you flip your project, right? Where you sewed, it should be in the inside. So this is how your twisted headband will look like a turban. Okay. and it measures about around 8 and 6 inches in width. So there you go. That's how your twisted turban headband looks like. Give it a try, and I'm pretty sure that you will like it.